Well, today is what they call a banger in the flea market world because I had the eye for finds like this Bob the Blob plush, which I was pleasantly surprised to do as well as I did because it was still pretty miserable, gray, and wet outside from the storms, but that didn't stop treasures from being found. Like this deluxe Bob the Blob plush, who's really nicely made. This is quite a tough plush to get, and I was super happy to secure him for the Dreamworks collection. Speaking of Dreamworks plush, Bob wasn't the only one I found because we have Kowalski and Skipper from the Penguins of Madagascar, the movie to be precise, because they still have their tags. And I bought these guys because they were cute and I liked them. I found out later that they were surprisingly tough to get. I never thought Madagascar toys would become collectible, but this is the world we live in where this stuff is now desirable. But hey, I'm happy to have them because I just think they're neat. But speaking of things that I know are collectible and desirable, I was pleasantly surprised to find a Writers of Book DVD for only a couple of bucks. This is a rarity in the Dreamworks collecting world, especially the double pack where you get both parts with the slipcover. If you don't know, this is the Cartoon Network show based on the Dragons universe, and it is surprisingly uncommon. And on the same table as that DVD, I found this Defenders of Book Toothless, so whoever had it must have really liked dragons, although they didn't like it enough to open the toy. Seriously, who doesn't open a Toothless toy? Now, from what I could gather, this is an incredibly rare figure. On the back of the packaging, you will see a few dragon figures that I know in the dragon collecting community are grails, especially this orange guy right here, the Worm. I know he's an extremely desirable figure. I was shocked to see that on the back of the packaging. So let me know, and should I open this guy? Because the packaging is kind of dented. I don't know, I can't decide. You guys will have to let me know in the comments. And then finally, at the very end, I found this figure of Beast Boy. Yeah, it's a bit random. I'm not a big superhero guy, but I do love a cool action figure, especially a cool green action figure, and I appreciate a good animal design when I see one. So I just bought this guy for the shelf. And sometimes what you need to make your day is an action figure you didn't know you wanted in your life, and this is just a cool toy. So yeah, some really cool finds, and of course, Bob here. Proof that no matter how dreary and cold it may be outside, you should still go to your local flea market because you have the eye for finding rare and cool items.